Okay, so I did recall that I need to go get the combination from the third floor, so I walked back up a little bit of the ways and left a little bit of time of running back up here for explanation. Okay, so gotta find the combination. There's a napkin tucked under the bottles with bloody writing on it and has the number 12 on it. So combination is probably 3. So 12 is one of the numbers. Number 8 smeared on the towel. It's just some framed pictures, china, silverware, and other knickknacks. 39. Smeared on the spines of one of the books. Alright. That's probably no gas to the stove, empty bottles of liquor, sink stopped running. We've got 8, 12, and 39. LRL. Alright. I don't know the order, but that's okay. So 8, 12, and 39. LRL. Let's see. Not too many combinations. I'd imagine it's just in highest to lowest or reverse. No monsters. That's what you like to see. Alright, so almost forgot about that guy. No sounds to let me know that he's coming. Alright. Let's see how many tries this takes. Oh, it just let you in. Inside the safe is the key to the 4th floor. 4th floor key received. There's also a VHS videotape. Tape received. Okay. I don't know if I can get past that guy going that way, so I'm gonna go around. Scary. Alright, now we're home free. Almost all the way back up here. Then I'm gonna save so we don't have to do all this running around again. This might trickle into one more video, we'll see. I guess it depends on how many tries the last bit takes me. This video might go a little longer too, as an alternative to making like a 8th short video. Alright. Whoa. I was wondering why it stopped all of a sudden. So I'm gonna drop our save right here. And this might take a few tries. get out a notepad. Alright. Fourth floor key was used. Discard? Yeah. Go on in. Shit. My flashlight went out, and I can't find the door back downstairs. This place is like a maze, not a straight hallway. All the burnt wrecks of the other rooms open into each other. Okay, so we're gonna try right. Left. Alright. Right, left was right. Right. Oh man, this is going phenomenally well. Left. Ah, that hurt. What's our next choice? Alright. I guess we'll go right. Oh, dead end. Alright. Let's give it another go. So I said it'll just depend on how many tries this takes me. There's just like shuffling sounds at this point in the game. So you're not missing much sound-wise. It's just him like shuffling along. So we're right. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Left. Right. And this time I think I picked right, but I think we got hurt a little. Wait a bit. Alright. Let's try left this time. Did we get out? Alright. So that wasn't too bad. It's a journal. All the pages have been torn out, but the few it's open to. May 21st, 2004. I've become convinced that Subject 13, along with so many of the unfortunates here at Brookhaven, were never given a fair chance at a normal and happy life. At least not the chance that we've had. I've come to believe that the violent tendencies and mental aberrations of the patients in the special ward are not a result of some genetic defect, but rather a result of the extreme tragedy that has stained every moment of their lives. Subject 13, for instance, led a life that was nothing short of heart-wrenching from the beginning. Just looking at the few documented excerpts of his life before, after, and during his killing spree, when he was 5, his parents, probably drug addicts, died of mysterious causes at Morninggate Hotel. From this young age, he was raised by heartless orphanages and cruel foster parents, until the age of 12, when, for being difficult, he was packed up and shipped to St. Vincent's Home for Troubled Boys, an orphanage run by the priest of the decaying church that housed it. At St. Vincent's, the first real tragedies of Subject 13's long sad story began to unfold. I've come to understand that along with several of the children at St. Vincent's, Subject 13 was molested, abused, and raped and tortured by Father Tremble, a lifelong closet pedophile who ran the orphanage. Worse still, Father Tremble sold these young boys and girls as prostitutes to both a high-paying clientele and local officials with equally perverse tastes, as incentive to look the other way. Subject 13 especially earned the hatred and ire of Father Tremble. He was the only one of the boys big, strong, and brave enough as to try and defend the others. As a result, Subject 13 was moved out of the dormitories with the other children and forced to live in a mausoleum outside the church. He was tortured horrifically by Tremble, sodomized, scarred, and marked with a series of ritual blades and hooks, his mind scarred as bad as his body. At the age of 12, when most boys have nothing to worry about than making friends, playing, and getting into trouble, Tremble tried to break the boy's will and spirit, telling him that his filthy young body was what caused Tremble's evil desires, that the child was the sinful one, and that all flesh was sinful, and that the boy was the source of this sin. These awful thoughts were conditioned into the child with violence and abuse. He was even made to forget his own name, and his records were burned, making his name impossible to learn now. Authorities believed that Father Tremble was planning to murder the child, and, as was documented to have occurred at the horrible orphanage, eat him. However, when it was Tremble that was found in the dungeon of the sadistic pedophilia beneath the church, naked, cut open from the groin to the throat, partially disemboweled. The police didn't suspect that or expect that then 13, a young boy like Subject 13 could have done the job. Fast forward a few years, and Subject 13 is arrested for assaulting an elderly man in a bar, diagnosed as clinically insane by his genuine conviction that the man intended to brutalize him. He was placed in another, far less reputable mental institution, where he met the love of his life, a schizophrenic and psychotic named Alice Cifras. Together, the two of them escaped and went on a nationwide, year-long killing spree that resulted in 24 confirmed murders, and perhaps twice that number suspected by the police. After that, Subject 13 wound up here. As I converse with him, I get the sense that he is almost a normal person, albeit with a warped philosophy and twisted world view. He seems genuinely convinced that all flesh is evil, and that all people are liars. However, Subject 13 is proven to be susceptible to both hypnotherapy and post-hypnotic therapy, which brings me to my thesis. I believe that if Subject 13 had been allowed to live a normal life, a normal childhood, growing to adulthood as a normal man, finding a job, getting married, having children, I believe he could have been not only a normal and productive member of society, but a wonderful mind. Subject 13's potential has been squandered and corrupted by the tragedy of his life. But I wonder what would have happened to his damaged mind if it were given a new life, one in which he wasn't a victim or a killer, but one where he had the same chances we all do, to be happy. Of course, the board of directors here would never allow that extent of post-hypnotic suggestion to be used, but they've given up hope on all the patients in the special ward, Subject 13 especially. I think there really might have been a chance to save this man, to give him a chance at a life, some happiness, and even a name, all the things that he's been denied by fate's cruelty, and I want to try and give him what he should have had, a normal life. If it's not in my power to change the world, I can change his mind and save him. Dr. Simon Burke. It's a love letter written on letterhead from Brookhaven Mental Hospital. Dear Alice, I can't wait to see you again, but you can't complain that your tears can't compete with the falling rain and the hint of blood in it. It's beautiful. I'm doing important work here now. These people live in their pretty little lies, but they're not so pretty on the inside. They're pretty fucking ugly on the inside, and I'll show them. They think they've got me held prisoner at this asylum, but really they're the prisoners. I can leave whenever I want. I really can't wait to leave this place and see you again. I miss your touch. I miss your skin. You were always so pretty on the inside, your blood the same rose color as the rest of you. When you left me in here, you left my heart an open wound. But I love you for it. One day, once they deem I'm re-educated and safe, I'll leave with their blood on my hands and your lips on my mind. We'll be free. We'll be safe. They'll never put us in another cage. I'd burn down all the walls of the world just to see you again. But before I go, I've got to make them pay for the drugs in my brain, and the schedule is always marching on like clockwork gears, grinding up my heart. I've got to make them pay for keeping me locked away from my one true love. They'll pay. I found a way to make a blade. I'll be out sometime soon, baby, and I'm coming for you. Pack your bags and be ready. Once I've shown them their insides, then I'm coming home. Love, Nameless. This is written in my handwriting. The painting, The Heart of Darkness. Straight razor received. Glass shard from the broken window. Our health is pretty full, but might as well. Alright, I'm gonna save. And up we go.